I've been hoping this will last. I know we were moving fast. I would cherish every moment, every kiss and every touch. You're my summer love, yeah.
No rewinding, no rewinding, forward motion.
Bitch, I'm a vet, I got rank, I got stain, nigga. Ice my bitch, ice my wrist, mud in my drink, nigga.
Eyes a diamond, I keep it shining, forward motion.
Real in my veins, no Novocaine, and I'm that pain, nigga. My bitch bad and way too real to fuck with a lame nigga.
I keep it shining, my mind's a diamond, my mind.
I think I'm about to take the show back. Fuck it. Let's go.
Good evening, y'all, and welcome to the Gag-Order. My name is Maie-Jean. Sit back and enjoy.
Excuse me for that malfunction. Hello, my name is Allee Major. With me today are my fabulous co-hosts, Maie-Jean and Keya. Today we have a very special guest, Mr. Cori Hubbard, a relationship and life coach. Many of you might remember Cori from his last appearance, where he had a rather controversial showing, truly defining where the red flag is. Honestly, it left us confused, and instead of getting clear insights on what relationships are, it felt like we were the life coaches helping him process his own experiences. He was quite vague about his relationships, and frankly, it seemed like he was unloading a skeletal closet for all to see. So today, we're diving deeper into Mr. Cori Hubbard. Let's get to it. Hello, how you doing, Cori?
How's it going tonight? I'm doing well. Doing excellent.
All right, great. Welcome back to the show, I want to say first, and thank you for joining us again.
Definitely.
All right, that's a bet. So I want to start this by, can you describe your qualifications and what qualifies you as a life coach?
My qualifications, I have a science major in psychology. I have a bachelor's degree.
Okay. All right. May, do you have any questions you would like to start off and ask Mr. Hubbard?
Yes. So, when you do your life coaching, what are some of the methods that you use with your clients to help them to achieve their goals?
So what I do is I give it to them straight blood raw. I don't care if they don't like to hear it or not, but it's the truth. And I tell them you have to execute the mission because I can talk to you all day, every day. If you're not listening to me, it's not going to work.
Okay. Keya.
So, okay.
Oh, excuse me. Go ahead, May. I'm sorry.
So, right. Okay, so, what's the truth?
I know I ain't put my thing on my keypad.
Say that again.
Who's got audio problems?
Because as far as I'm concerned, in life, there are objective facts, and then there are subjective truths.
said what?
Okay. So what you just said makes zero sense from a clinical perspective. You have not given me any.
Hold on, May. Hold on, May. Hold on, May. Hold on, May. I would like to hold on, May. Hold on. Before we get into this, I would like to say that he just started his clinical talk, and he did say a couple right things about what he didn't express, and I'm going to say what he didn't express so far was that if it's not working with the client, it's not working. The relationship or the client relationship that he's having with his patient is not working, period. So I mean,
Okay.
he failed to say that right there relationship shouldn't happen anyway. He should have canceled the patient relationship. Excuse me,
No, that's not.
Excuse me, Mr. Hubbard. I would
That's
like to
not what I'm
finish.
asking.
What do you mean? What are you asking? Because you were kind of making a statement and not asking a question.
What what does he says he gives it to them straight? From what is he giving to them straight?
I'm
That
giving
doesn't
them.
make any sense. So if
I'm,
you're a
listen,
life coach,
listen, listen,
the whole
listen.
thing from a life coach,
Okay, so listen to
my
me. You just said a word that does not involve me. You said clinical. I don't have a clinical degree. I have a science in psychology. You know the difference between science and clinical? Clinical is someone that issues medicine.
Mm,
I don't I don't I'm not a therapist.
right. I
facts.
didn't. Okay, but so then, how are you helping people then? This is what I'm asking you. What exactly are you doing for your clients? Your
I'm
response
doing
was giving it to them straight. What are you giving to them straight?
I'm doing exactly what they done heard probably from 500 people that they know, telling them what they already know. That's what I'm doing, telling them what they already know. But they got at
Okay.
times in life,
May,
in
hold
times
on,
in
May.
life, at times in life, this is what happens. People that you know and you're around tell you the same thing that you already know. But you know what? Sometimes it takes it to come from another person for you to comprehend that
Mm,
same that you already heard.
good shit. Good point. Good point. May, at this time, I would like to go and show you guys something that I found. All right. Should switch over. Okay. Hold on one second.
First, to preface this answer, I want you all to know that I have not worked with a life coach personally. So this is not coming from any personal experience. What I do know of is what my patients have thought about it, as well as other friends of mine. And first, I think it's important to know if someone is a real certified life coach or just someone who calls themselves a life coach. Both obviously can help you, but making sure someone is certified can ensure that you are in good hands, or at least it means that they've completed some sort of formal training. And in order to become a real life coach, like a certified life coach, you have to complete a training program. Then you have to get certified. There are many ways to do this, but one path is going through, I think it's called like the International Coach Federation. But every state and country may have their own laws and regulations, so it could be different all around the world. Just make sure that you ask. Because if someone is certified, what that means is that they have had at least 300 to 500 coaching hours under their belt. So hopefully they know what they're doing, right? Now here's what I think about life coaches overall. They can be very helpful when you kind of just need another perspective or a kick in the pants to get you going and moving towards something. You'd be surprised how helpful it can be to just get some advice and action items from someone who isn't a friend or family member. Where I feel life coaches don't help completely is when we have a real mental health issue that we think could be a mental illness. They are not trained on how to properly diagnose or treat mental illness. And if they're your only resource, I would encourage you to also incorporate a therapist into your treatment team as soon as possible. And as a therapist, I have no problem working with a life coach to ensure you're getting all that you need from both of us and we're all on the same page. But between like just needing a kick in the pants, needing some support and advice, to treating a mental illness is really where I draw the line.
All right. So now showing that, I would like to say, May, that there is value in life coaching because of the things that I've found online. I know that some people need direction in their life, and sometimes, people choose people to choose that who they want to direct them. So if somebody finds Mr. Hubbard, and even if he had no degree, and even if he had no certification, if he called himself a life coach, truthfully, if they chose him to be their life coach, then I mean, shit. I can't really say nothing about that part right there.
What I've read, from what I read about life coaching, 55% have a background in some kind of psychology or some kind of degree. 21% have this certificate, but all of them are supposed to be an expert in their said field. He's calling himself a relationship coach, and based on the things he said regarding relationships, I fail to see where his expertise is, which is why I'm asking him, how are you guiding these people? What are you telling them? How are you
Fair question.
them in their lives?
Fair question. Right after Keya, I want you to come back with a question. Fair question. Mr. Hubbard, are you here? Ain't that something? Well, anyways, we're gonna keep this going. I would like to say that life coaches, though I don't seem to need a life coach. I mean, there are people who would probably need that. What do you think? What do you think here? Do you think there'd be people that need to be a life coach? All right, now that
Hey, I'm back.
let me get that right quick from you, Keya. Do you think that there are people that need a life coach? Hold on. Yes, Mr. Hubbard. Let me get that. Okay, Keya, can I get that answer from you? Do you think that there's people who need a life coach?
Yeah, I'm one of them. I have one.
Okay, all right. Maie-Jean, you were asking Cori a question. I would like for you to rephrase that question so he can hear you ask that question again, please.
Please.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, the common denominator in coach is that you have some form of specialty in the area that you claim to be a life coach in. You are claiming to be a relationship life coach, and from everything I've heard you say, you are one of the most toxic individuals I've ever heard speak. And so I'm asking you, from a professional standpoint, how are you directing your clients when you have no expertise, and two, you cannot define to me any format in which you are directing these people? All you keep saying is, I give it to them straight. You're starting to sound like a politician.
Okay, May, let him answer.
You haven't given me one answer.
May, let him answer.
Okay, so let me say for an example. Let me go ahead and answer your question directly. Can I give you an example?
You can go ahead and say what you feel.
Yeah, so I feel that, for one, you don't know me. You don't know anything about my degree, my expertise. Two, have you even watched any of my videos, my podcasts?
Honey,
I only had a conversation with you twice.
Hold on, we need to go one at a time. I can't hear you. I couldn't hear what you just said, May.
I'm not finished with answering your question.
2 times we've spoken.
May, hold on 1 second, May, hold on 1 second, please. Go ahead, Mr. Hubbard. Finish answering the question as you would like.
Okay, so two, you probably have not watched any videos. You say I have no expertise. I have 16 plus years and being a mentor and a life coach. So you say I am the most toxic person you ever heard speak?
Hold on, May. Hold on. Don't cut him off. Let him go. Go ahead, Mr. Hubbard. Keep going.
So you're saying I'm one of the most toxic persons that you ever speak. Let me tell you something. When I come in any room, I'm in a store. When I come in any store I go in, anywhere I'm at, any room I come in, They feel my presence just by looking at me,
Oh, I'm
just by seeing who I am.
She's great. Man, okay. All right. Mr. Hubbard, I would like you to elaborate on that a little more. I would like to. Hold on, May. I would like for him to answer the question too, because she said that you didn't answer her question. So please, she said that I believe. Hold on. Let me say what I heard so far. I heard Cori say that he had a degree. I also heard him say that he had a certification. He also said that he had 16 years of experience behind his belt. So, May, I would like to know, what do you mean by no experience? Because he just told me a little bit of experience.
I'm asking him how, from any kind of standpoint, because he's saying he's not clinical, so we'll say not clinical. As a life coach, what techniques do you employ with your clients to help them reach their goals? Like, this shouldn't
That's
be
a good question.
You have
What technique do you employ? Yes, I agree with her.
What techniques are out? Okay, so it's going to be different. It's going to be different routes for different folks, different strokes, different folks. All right, so that's why I was trying to give you an example. But I'm gonna answer this
It's
question.
It's a random question though. It's about techniques, period. So if you see a client, I'll give you an example. If you see a client and this client comes to you and says, "Listen, my relationships have all been shit so far. All men have used me, and all I want to do is find a man that's wholesome in my life." How would you tell them to redirect there? How would you tell them to redirect themselves?
So, well, if that's the situation, what I'm gonna tell them? Okay, so all your man has been like that in your life that you've been dating. I said that's the piece of shit man that you chose, and these men ain't the fucking problem. You the problem.
Okay, I agree with a little bit, but I don't agree with calling men or downgrading men. I don't agree with downgrading any sex. I don't agree with downgrading any sex, male or female.
All right, can I gag?
Yes, go ahead, Keya. Give it to him.
Gag. No, Mr. Cori, hold on, because let me ask a question where you might be able to answer it and give us some type of clarity. What advice and teachings have you used with your clients and had a successful impact? What were the outcomes?
Bango.
Okay, so techniques I've used is you have to execute the mission. And when I say execute the mission, means you have to listen directly to me. You cannot deviate away from the program, because if you do, you deviate from the program, you just got nowhere. So what I use is I use a method. My method I use, I analyze your situation. We have a consultation. I analyze that. I put a program based on what your current situation is, because everybody's situation is different. And I lay it out to you in the next consultation. And then you'll go through a weekly routine with me. If you do not listen after these 4 weeks to what I'm telling you, it's not going to work. But this is what I do.
Hold on, flag. Hold on, one second. So, first off, what is the name of this program?
The name of the program is Cori Life Coach.
All right, so that's number one. Number two, that sounds more like controlling. Are you the narcissist in the? You sound like a narcissist right now. It sounds like you have to be in control of your clients and what they're doing in their personal life in order for them to. Wait, that makes no sense.
No.
You gotta go back and rephrase that one for me.
Yeah, we were right. No, we were right the first time. He's a groomer and a cult leader.
I would like to say, hold on. I would like to say that in a way, a life coach does need to kind of envelop a narcissistic role, because they have to tell these people how to conduct their life. Let's just say, look, hold on. Don't shoot me down. All I'm doing is saying this. If a person comes to him and says that they want to lose weight, right? A person says, I want to lose a goal of 90 pounds. They are 200 pounds overweight. They want to lose a goal of 90 pounds. He tells them, look, in order for this to happen, you have to follow this regimen that I make. So at 9 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, you can have bite-sized meals, right? So he's telling them how to conduct themselves and eat anyway. He's telling them how, in their relationship, how to move anyway. So I believe that you kind of have to tell them what to do. You are that. You're playing that role. So, ladies, please tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me.
Yes, you
You
are.
are wrong. That's
Okay.
not what life
All right.
coaching is supposed
It's
to be.
not
You're
a
100%
telling them.
wrong.
Go ahead, Maie-Jean.
What a life coach is supposed to do is guide you through conversation.
All right, I'm back.
Hold on,
I'm
Mr.
back.
Corey.
And
Hold on, Mr. Hubbard. Hold on, Mr. Hubbard. Hold on, Mr. Hubbard. Go ahead, Maie-Jean.
So when you go to someone like a life coach, like the situation you gave, Allee, right?
Yeah.
If I was your life coach and you said to me as a woman, all my relationships have been failures, blah, 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 I'm going to say to you first and foremost, what boundaries do you utilize when you are procuring these relationships?
Good one.
And we are going to start there. It's not, well, you're going to listen to every word I say. Mr. Hubbard, do you also sleep with your clients after a period of time? Because you're really starting to sound like one of these cult member guys. Like Jim Jones or like one of them. Like, I'm terrified for your clients. This is a serious alarm for me. Like,
listen.
you know, are you going to be another one impregnating your women? Like, what's
Okay.
happening here?
All right.
I'm sorry.
All right, so let me
Give him a second to answer. Give him a second to answer, May.
We established that was a lie through your friend.
May, give him a second. Give him a second to answer, May. May, give him a second. Let him answer. Go ahead,
right,
Mr. Hubbard.
May, let me ask you this. Ask me that question again. My phone reconnected. I just walked in the house. So now on Wi-Fi, we finna get into all this. I'm focused. Everything good. I'm home.
Why are you not prepared? Why are you moving around?
Because no, hold up, May. I want to say, May. I want to say, listen, Mr. Hubbard is a busy man. He is a manager at a liquor store, and he works another job, and he's a life coach. So tonight just so happened he had to leave from there, but now he's established at his house. He's at his house now. So let's understand that. All right. So Mr. Hubbard, would you, May, can you ask him the question again so he can get it clear now that his audio and everything won't move?
So I asked you, do you sleep with all these clients as well? Because the way you present yourself is more like Jim Jones or like, you know, David Koresh than like a life coach. So I'm asking you, you know, is this your thing? Like you're gonna have all these women like as your concubines, or like what's the actual thing that's happening here? And then I also want to establish the fact that you told us you were celibate, but doing more experience, we found out that you are not in fact celibate. So again, where do your lies and truths come into play, and why are you unable to give us any kind of solid direction as to what kind of service you provide to people other than you telling them exactly what to do, which is freaking terrifying. Like you literally sound like a even if you're telling someone to diet, you give them suggestions. You talk with them, you say, are you an emotional eater? Do you do this? Do you do that? Blah blah blah. Like you can't pull it together for 15 seconds.
Was that your advice? Was that your clinical advice that you held? Come on with it.
It's easier to take advantage of the women when they're drunk, so it makes complete sense. I can see where the alcohol comes into play.
So like, can I ask a question now?
Yes, hold on. I would like Keya to get a question in because she hasn't asked too many questions yet. So Keya, ask your question.
They just keep on going back and forth with this shit, and I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to make the math start mathing. There you go. And y'all math ain't mathing all the way, and I can't get with it. But Mr. Corey, what advice would you give to somebody that, like, all right, so if it's a couple that came to you, right, and they on the verge of divorce, how would you play that one, Mr. I give it to him straight? How do you do that one?
So my advice, and I'll ask them a question, and I would tell them, I don't care what it is, you can't lie to me. You have to be truthful and honest, because if you're not truthful and honest with me, I can't help you if I don't know everything that's going on. But if there was a couple that's coming to me regarding divorce, first I need to know, is this abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse? I need to know what is going on. So, like, if it's physical abuse, that's not going to stop. This going to continue happening. If it's
Well,
emotional abuse, that can
you're
probably continue
you're
to
not a
happen.
marriage coach, though. You're not a marriage
I'm
coach.
not a
You're
marriage
not a
coach.
site.
I
You're not
just
a yeah. That's right. You're not a
right.
marriage
I'm not a
coach. So
marriage coach, but
I would
I
advise
know
you not to do that.
right. I'm married twice, divorced twice, and at the same time, I can't speak on what I
But
do
you're
not
a
know.
relationship expert.
What? No, no,
Relationship
no.
guru, yes,
Well,
I am.
there's people who tell people how to raise babies who's never had kids before, though, man. There are. There's people who
Right.
do all types of things.
But you can't say you're an expert. You don't say you're an expert unless you've
True,
done something
true, true.
successfully. You cannot call yourself an expert. You have several failed relationships. You have Captain Save a whole fucking situation with your other friend there. Like, there's not one thing you've
Okay.
said that makes sense. You actually just used what I told you a life coach is now after I said it to you, because prior to me saying they ask questions, you never even brought that up.
Well, he
You
did
said that they
say,
had to listen
May. He did say that he goes with an objective. Now see, I would say that I researched a lot of this, and maybe he YouTubed it right quick. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But yet and still, what I'm going to say is that a lot of things he said with the directive and all that right there, that was actual facts. That right there is straight out of the book of life coaching, from
So
what
the
I've
brain,
seen.
side of the
I have
brain.
never met a life coach that says you have to do everything I say.
No, I've
So,
never heard that
so,
either. But I'm not
so,
a life
so,
coach.
what would you?
I
So,
have
okay,
a life
Not having a
coach.
life
Excuse me,
okay.
excuse me. I'm
So,
Okay,
talking. Hold on.
hold
Hold on.
on, hold on. There you go,
Hold
okay.
on, Mr.
So, if a
Corey.
person need a
Mr.
life,
Corey.
okay,
Mr. Corey, hold on one second. What do you say, Keya?
I have a life coach. So out of us four right here, I can personally say my life coach ain't nowhere near, oh, you have to listen to what I say. What he'll tell me is what I'm going to say is my personal opinion, and this is just advice that I'm giving to you. What you do with the advice is up to you. It's not my decision
It
whether
sounds
you
about
take
right.
it or not.
It
It's
sounds
whether
about
you
okay,
right.
decide to take heed to it.
okay. So he's giving you opinion, but he's not giving you facts. That ain't no life coach. He giving you opinion, a personal opinion, because he have never been through it. So how can he tell you and coach you, and he never been through the situation you going
Oh
through?
my
So how the hell can he say, oh, opinion? Nah,
God.
hell
You
no.
might just have to have a conversation on mine. You might see the world in a whole different viewpoint, baby. You
Right.
Ooh,
Exactly.
I would love to have him
Okay.
on my podcast. I would
oh,
love to
don't
have
worry
him on
about
there.
it. I might have to arrange that one for you and
Okay.
us.
I would like to say at this moment, just as life and beauty, relationships, love, it's in the eye of the beholder. I would like to say that if a person goes and sees Mr. Hubbard and they need relationship advice and they have a bond or think that there's a bond with Mr. Hubbard, I'm going to say it again because I know that that's how it works. And I know you don't have to be certified. I also know that you do not need a degree, but that is when you take risk inside having a life coach. Those life coaches might steer you astray because they do not have the knowledge to teach you how to do it the right way. And if you follow somebody blind, you'll end up somewhere that you don't want to be. I would like to say, Keya, what do you think about what Mr. Hubbard just said? Facts, just spit it.
It's bullshit.
Okay, all right, fine. May, what do you think about what Mr. Hubbard just said?
I'm
I
waiting on
feel
this.
as though he is a very narcissistic man
Okay.
who is harming people. Like, I really feel that if you do have a degree, it should be revoked.
Okay.
And I don't say that lightly. I've been a nurse for 29 years, but what the things you are saying are actually terrifying. And you're unable to answer questions. You are unable to formulate logical thought in any way. You haven't given us any direction. As a life coach, I expected you to come here well put together with, and especially with your degrees, to have a lot of information and knowledge for us. And all you've done is spoke about yourself, say that people have to obey and listen to you, and tell us about your shitty ass situations. So why would I ever listen to you knowing what you yourself have done?
Okay.
And then expect you to guide me, and then for you to tell me that,
Mr. Hubbard, I want you before you answer, I want you to hold on.
Like, that's cult mentality. That's cult.
Okay.
For what you said is what cult leaders say.
All right. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a commercial break. We'll be right back. The engineer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we go into Mr. Hubbard, please hold your answer. Please hold it. I have a question from the audience. And this question is coming from Dear Keys. He wants to know, what is your strategy based on Freud, Pavlov, Carl Jung? And you should know these. You should know these.
He needs to be more specific.
Okay, he needs to be more specific. Okay.
Yeah, he needs to be more specific. That could be anything.
Do you know who these people are? Do you know who these people are? Let me ask you.
No, I don't know who those people are.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna tell you from going to psychology class. God! I'm gonna tell you from going to psychology class and being in college that these right here are people who are the beginnings of psychology. Right here, all of these people, these names right here, they're big names. Okay.
Is that clinical or science?
It deals with science and clinical. They did all ranges. Absolutely. They're the ones who brought forth strategies for professionals to use psychology. All right. So, I would like to now that answer was not. I'm sorry, Keys. That answer was not fully answered. I would like to bring up Jinx. What up? She says a relationship coach should be able to navigate marriage issues. All right. And I think, Jinx, that there's a difference between life coaches and marriage coaches. Marriage coaches actually have psychology degrees, and they actually deal with psychology and deal with the psychology components within the marriage. He has no psychology degree. He cannot be a clinical psychological therapist. So I don't think he should be a marriage coach. But anyways, regardless of that, I would like to get back to the conversation. And Mr. Hubbard, I'm going to give you a second to say what you're about to say before I cut you off.
I want to respond to May, but I want her to say that again, what she asked me, because you went to a commercial break.
Okay, so, no problem. I understand. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. May, your question derived from a little bit of smart acid, and and it you know what the question was. You asked him about I believe it was about his position as a therapist. She questioned your position as a therapist. She also questioned you. She asked you, did you have sex with your patients? She also she asked a bunch of questions within that right there.
I'm not a therapist.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
For one, I'm not a therapist. A life
I
coach.
didn't say
And
help you be a
hold
therapist.
on one
Hold,
second.
hold on, hold on, May, give him a second.
One second.
May, give him a
One
second.
second.
Give him 1 second.
One
Give him
second.
1 second,
For
May.
one,
May, give him a second.
for one, I never said I'm a therapist. I'm not a therapist. A
Okay.
therapist is when you go and you lay on that couch.
Yep.
You go lay on that couch. That's a therapist. For
Go
two,
to something else, 'cause I didn't
sleeping.
say anything about therapy.
Keep going, Mr. Hubbard. Keep going, Mr. Hubbard. Keep going. I'm
Okay,
trying to
so
calm May down. Go
number
ahead.
two, I don't shit where I lay my head at. Business and pleasure is totally two different things. I don't sleep with none of the females that I life coach because I probably already known them for 15 years. For one. So
Why are you
I don't
only?
even sleep with
I got
women.
a
I don't
question.
even sleep with women that I work with.
I got a question. I have a question, Mr. Hubbard. I have a question. I've
I'll
heard you
let
say
me
this.
speak my mind.
I've heard you say this multiple times on this show, and you say that you've known people for quite some time, which I've known people for quite some time, but they don't want me to be their therapist. They know me. They're friends of mine. I don't want to be their therapist. The relationship is too close. Therefore, I can't do that. So I'm wondering how you see that as okay. And then on top of that, it's I don't know. You answer that question. You answer that question for me.
So everyone keeps saying therapist. I'm not a therapist.
I call it therapy. Excuse me. I call life coaching and therapy because it is kind of therapy for me. If I'm telling somebody how to dictate their arrangements in their life, you're kind of like a therapist. So I'm sorry for the terminology. I'm not
It's all good.
I'm
good.
not a medical
So
patient.
people look at who they know in life,
Yeah.
who's around them in life. They look at who they know they can go to if they're close to them. Some people will go to a total stranger and tell their whole household business, and they don't even know this person. You think that person got your best heart and interest? Some people see your character, who you are around you, and put people in position to life coach them. When people have problems, they come to me. Why I've been so successful life coaching if I have no expertise? If I have no expertise, May, why do I'm so successful at what I do?
For $250, I'm going to come to you for $200. You're going to give me $250 if I'd like to be my life coach. Is that how that works?
If that's what you choose.
That's not one session.
Yeah.
$250 is not one session.
If I let you be my life coach?
That's a 6
one
week.
question you can answer?
Oh, $250 for 6 weeks. $250 for 6 weeks.
$250 for 6 weeks. That's a one-time fee.
That's not bad.
The other girl that you were mentoring, you were paying her $250 rent, right? So I'm saying if I let you mentor me, are you going to give me $250 too? Because if so, then that's cool. You could be my life coach too. I'm around
See how it works. See how it works.
You tell me what to do, baby. Give me $250.
See how it works. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something real quick. Let me show you
One at a time. Let him speak right quick, man.
That's how it works. I'm a good dude.
Oh, tell me how.
I'm an earth sign. You know what season it is?
Oh my God!
My season.
I'm a Virgo! Don't tell me.
We rule the world. I'm a Virgo. We rule the world. If one of my people come to me, and they need it, and I got it, I'm gonna give it to them. It ain't on borrow. You ain't borrowing it from me. I'm gonna give it to you. I don't want it back from you.
Gag.
Let me get it, Keya. What you gagging for?
Cause where the hell is the answer to the question?
He didn't give
What
it.
question was it?
He didn't give it. He did. She gave multiple questions, and I repeated them to you. I repeated the questions to
so
you
if you need $250, would I give it to you?
That wasn't the question in the start. That wasn't a question, sir.
I can't hear you.
So you could be sober enough to comprehend the conversation.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
I can't hear you. Turn your mic up. I just got off.
I know that was that. Hold on, Mr. Cori. Mr. Cori, I was trying to give you a second to talk. I'm the one that turned her mic down. She touched nothing, but yet still, she is. I told you I was just gonna let y'all ask y'all questions after I asked my questions and seeing what was really in tow. I know what type of information. I'm not saying Mr. Hubbard is information less because he has experience. What I'm saying is Mr. Hubbard has an unorthodox style that is not like the people that you may know in your past. So the life coaches or the people that you know who have done this before, he's just got an unorthodox style. I disagree with a couple of his methods as far as the complexity of him knowing the people that he's life coaching. I believe the relationship is too close, and I think that any person that's professional would say that the same. I don't think that they take that right there. I don't know, but you are your own person. You're your own man, and I don't doubt that you have good information to give somebody. And I applaud you for trying to help people. I don't know if it's help or if it's not help, but at the same time, to attempt. Well, in my case, I'm just going to speak on me, perhaps. If I was a life coach and if I tried to help somebody with their life, I would truly be trying to help somebody. So I only look at people in that manner. If you're the type of person, or if anybody is the type of person that's using it to take advantage of people, then I'm going to not be in agreement with that person. That's not what I'm here to do. So, but I am here to bring out the truth, and I am here to help people. And I do know that life coaching does offer help to people. I know it does, and that is a fact. I would like you're not answering any questions that they're giving you, Cori. Cori, you're not like. Oh wait, May. I want you to formulate one solid question for Mr. Hubbard, and let's see if he answers the question. Just one quick solid question for Mr. Hubbard.
I don't even know what to say because
Okay.
I tried. Like,
all right. Well, try one more time for me. Try one more time for me.
I would like to know, again, besides you just saying you tell them what to do, okay? From even like from what Keya's saying, life coaches give people whether you want to call them assignments or whatever, like things to do to help them achieve their goals. I've asked you several times how you help people achieve their goals. Your only response is by them doing exactly what you say. What does that mean? What that does not make, that is not
okay.
Just no basis.
Just give him a question. Just give him a question. Just a question, May. Now go ahead and answer.
I'm asking, what?
Can I speak?
Yes, you can speak. She gave you the floor.
I give them a routine. Like I said before, I give it to them. I don't care if they don't like to hear it because they don't want to hear it. I give them a routine of what their situation is. I listen to what they say and I break everything down and I listen to it and I tell them exactly what they need to do to execute the mission. So you're asking me for the blueprint for number one this, number two this, number three this, number four this. No, it's not. I can't tell you that because everybody's situation is different. So what you're asking me for, I can't give you.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm going to tell you how, because now I'm going to answer my own question for you. Hold on, because now I'm going to answer my own question for you.
Okay.
And also,
hold on, Mr. Hubbard. Mr. Hubbard. Hold on, Mr. Hubbard. I'm gonna give you a chance to come back. Hold on, May. Go ahead.
When you're life coaching someone, your goal is to help them make sense of what they want and to further themselves in a positive direction to enhance their life and their future happiness. The way you do that is not by you telling them what to do. It's by you helping them to make good decisions and establish good patterns for themselves. So the way you do that is by having them do things like make lists of pros and cons, write down their likes and dislikes, journal for a month, write down their triggers, Write down why they're having difficulties. Go for a 40-minute walk a day. These are things that have nothing to do with what you're saying. Like, so essentially what you're telling me is you've assumed the role of a father in these people's lives, and without any kind of explanation or any kind of clear path, you are just giving them directions that they are supposed to unsolicitedly follow and not question you at all. That's not life coaching, bro.
Nah, it's not. It's not.
That's
So-
being a cult member.
You
That's
can hit
being
the
a
clapping
cult leader.
emoji for that one, though,
So-
Ali. Definitely
so
hit the clapping emoji.
Do you, May, do you have a major in psychology?
I am a psychiatric nurse for 29
Okay,
years.
you're a nurse. Okay, so Your Honor,
I've done
I rest my
everything
case.
from
Your Honor, I rest my case. So you're telling me, you're telling
doing
Cori Hubbard, you're telling Cori Hubbard of what a
Yes.
life coach with a major
I am.
psychology, what I
Because
should
you
be
have
doing,
not
and
answered
you do not have a
Hold
major
on,
psychology.
May.
Wait.
All right. Hold
So
on.
I'm supposed to be telling
Corey, you have to let her speak sometimes. You can't just keep going and trying to battle each other on the vocal because this is a conversation.
Listen to what he's saying. He's saying again, instead of explaining himself, he said that who am I to tell him? What makes him think he's the end all be all of everything? He sounds like a narcissist. He is not. What you are saying is narcissism. It is not life coaching.
Okay. Now give him a second. Give him a second to come in and explain the difference between narcissism and what he does.
Number one, people come to me.
He's not. He's all night.
Okay. Hold on, May. Give him a second. Number one, people come to you, Mr. Hubbard. Please
Number
don't
one,
get frustrated with me. Talk to me.
Yes. Number one, people come to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If they didn't like my business, they won't refer their friends and family members to me, for one. Number two, narcissists. A lot of people throw out narcissists, gaslighting. They don't even know what that means.
Okay.
You come to me from.
Hold on, May. Give him a second. May. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Hubbard. Keep talking to me. Come on.
Okay. People come to me for my service because it helps them. I just saved 9 marriages. I saved, and this was in the past 12 years. I saved 9 marriages and 13 relationships. People come to me because my method works. And what I tell them, I'm straight front. I'm a coach on all levels. I coach football. I coach baseball. My son he'll be 12.
No. Hold your composure. She didn't interrupt you that time.
Okay.
Come on, talk to me. You're talking to me.
Yeah. My son will be 12 this year. I coach on all levels. I coached him since he was 3 years old in T-ball, all the way up to 11 years old. I coach on all levels.
I don't doubt that.
If people didn't like any of what I say, they don't really like it because it's the truth and it hit home with them. That's why they don't like it. You understand? It hits home. You know what I'm saying? But when I say I need them to listen, what I say, they need to execute the mission. That's not narcissism. I tell them, listen to me. Okay, you coming with me with your problem. Okay, this is how you fix your problem. You're gonna have 6 weeks for $250. 6 weeks. This is how you fix your problem. But your problem is not going to be fixed if you do not listen to what I say. That's not controlling. That's trying to help the problem. So if you deviate, if you deviate from what your boss said at work, up there at that hospital you work at, that boss at work, you deviate from that, what you're supposed to be doing, your assignment, what's going to happen?
Okay, so.
Honey, you didn't know who Sigmund Freud was. You didn't know who Carl Jung was.
No, I don't.
You have a degree in psychology.
Yep, I don't know who none 3 of them is.
You learned that in your first year in college.
You do not understand basic psychiatric concept and how the human mind works.
Psychiatric? I'm not psychiatric.
Listen,
Well,
Corey,
can I
stop
just ask
listening
you
for
a
5
question?
seconds and listen to what
Hold
I'm
on.
saying.
Hold on. Can help May. May.
Not focusing.
May, can Keya ask a question? Go ahead, ask your question.
I'm about to shut this whole everything down right now with one question.
Yes.
Mr. Corey, if you don't answer this question, which is really a definition, I'm going to gag you, man. I'm telling you now, I'm going to seriously gag you. And Ali, you can go ahead and clap when I gag him this go round.
All right. All right,
I haven't
then.
heard or
Got you.
learned not near nothing, and we've been on here for I don't know how long now.
We've been on here
Okay.
for 46 minutes. Or
And I haven't learned not
49 minutes. 49 minutes. Okay. Ask your question.
Define gaslighting.
I don't know that terminology. People use it a lot, just like narcissists. I got 5 of them. I do not know that
Gag him.
terminology. Terminology. I hear those words all the time. Gaslighting, narcissist. I don't even know what the hell gaslighting is. I'm just being.
Okay, first I would like to say this. Mr. Hubbard, I don't believe you don't know what that means when you just came out and told people don't know what that word even means. So
They don't,
for
'cause
you,
I don't even-
but just because you don't know doesn't mean that other people don't know. See, some people actually research words and understand what they mean.
Gaslighting
What
is
is
a
it?
form of
What is
manipulation,
gaslighting?
sir.
What is gaslighting?
Keya, go ahead.
Form of manipulation, psychological manipulation at that. Go ahead, look it
A
up.
lot of men do it in relationships. A lot of women do it in relationships.
Can you give me an example?
Stringing
Yes.
a
Of what
female
gaslighting
along,
is.
telling her what she want to hear, telling her that y'all gonna get married, knowing that you don't plan on marrying the girl, knowing that she got money, trying to get money from her, telling her whatever she wants to hear. That is gaslighting.
Okay.
A form of manipulation, doing what
Well,
and saying whatever you have to do to get what you
deeper.
need or want.
Now,
I
okay.
don't know nothing.
Hold on, Mr. Hubbard. Mr. Hubbard, please give May a second. May, go ahead.
The actual definition of gaslighting is when you intentionally distort someone's perception of reality of the situation. So regardless of what it is, whether you're having an argument where I say you're cheating on me and you keep saying, no, I'm crazy, and saying I just work with her, that's all gaslighting. For me to say, they shut our phones off, and you to keep saying, well, I paid the bill, I don't know what happened, figure it out, blah, blah, blah. That's gaslighting. And again, you stated at the beginning of the show that you had a degree in psychology. So if you have a degree in psychology, how do you not know any terms and or people related to psychology?
So, all right. When that word gaslighting came out, when that word gaslighting come out, so I'm supposed to know what gaslighting is because I have a degree in psychology.
It's a movie. It's the 1920s about gaslighting.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Ali, look it up right now.
I know. May, you're right. You're right. Gaslighting is not a new word. It's not new terminology. Corey.
It's new to me.
Yeah, well, brother. I find that hard to believe, especially as dealing with life coaching. Life coaches should know. All right.
2 years.
At this time, I would like everybody to hold on. I'm going to a commercial. We'll be right back.
Let me get my iPad.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this time of the show is right before we close out. and it's called Sound Off. And I'm gonna give anybody or anybody up here, even the audience, if you guys have a question or if you guys have anything to say about what happened in tonight's show, now is your time and your opportunity to say it. And because we have a guest, Mr. Cori Hubbard, I would like to give him his first chance to speak on Sound Off. So please, Mr. Hubbard, you got the floor.
First and foremost, I want to thank you for having me on the gag order. I really appreciate that. Basically, there was more of statements made by certain people that wasn't real questions. There was pretty much statements and attacking my character, which you don't know me. Second time you just seen me. So you can say whatever you want. I mean, that's totally fine. That's your opinion of a person you don't know. I like that. I feed off.
Hold on. May, I'm gonna give you a second. May, hold yours. I'm gonna hold you to last. Keya, let me get what you have to say on Sound Off, please.
So first off, Ali, shout out to you for those commercials. Those are fire, number one. Let's just start there. Okay? Those are fire. So we gotta shout you out on that. Now, Mr. Cori, I understand the feel as your personal character being attacked, but in reality, you weren't being attacked. You were being asked questions that you, as a life coach or relationship coach or whatever you classify as, should have been able to answer because those were basic, simple questions. Now, I'm not mad at Maie-Jean for coming at you the way that she did. She came right out the box. But at the same time, you deserved it because anybody else would have been able to answer those questions with a sophisticated answer, and they could have even had a basic answer to it. Like, you couldn't answer nothing, and that's I don't know what to say about it. That's a little gag in itself.
All right. May, I would like to open the floor and let you go ahead.
Okay. I asked you several clear, concise, easily answerable questions. All you did for the last two, don't shake your head, okay? All you did for the last two shows is give circular conversations with no information that related only to yourself and how wonderful you are instead of any of the things we asked you about. You lie consistently, if not chronically. I can pinpoint all of your lies. And as Keya pointed out, at least two of the questions, if not more, were able to be answered by basic answers that normal people should know. Above and beyond that, you've stated you have several degrees, yet you were unable to identify the three leading psychologists that formulated everything that has to do with anything about people, and you don't even know who they are. You don't know any terms that relate to anything. So where is your degree in psychology? And again, your failure to answer any question at all in a professional, logical, consistent, and concise manner is the true issue here. Okay, along with your drinking, which I find disgusting because if you can't stay focused, you shouldn't be drinking. Okay? That's my other fucking point here. You knew you were coming on the show, you were not prepared, you had nothing ready, and now you're drinking so much you can't even hold a conversation. And then you're going to tell me how fantastic you are constantly.
Okay. Now, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I would like to give a final thought. Mr. Hubbard, I will give you a chance to respond.
All right, so first and foremost, I just closed down my store. My store.
Oh my God! Another.
Hold on, May. May, let him go ahead. Let him finish out. May, let him finish out right quick. May, let him finish.
May, hold on.
Okay, all right, Mr. Hubbard. What we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna close out the show, Mr. Hubbard.
I gotta finish.
All right, go ahead. Say your one thought right quick.
Okay. Real quick before you close out.
Yes.
So first and foremost, I just got home a few minutes ago. I mean, I just closed down my store. I'm near
And
counting
I
money
thank
off.
you. I thank you for being here.
So I was going to jump on. I told you I'm always going to be on. But check this out, though. May, let me ask you a question. You got a ring on your finger?
I can't. I'm killing myself.
You got a ring on your
I'm killing myself because I have to keep. What?
Do you have a ring on your finger?
Do I have a regular finger? What?
Do you have a ring on your finger?
I most certainly did for 20 years. I ended my marriage.
Okay, so let me. I'm gonna ask you this question, and I'm out. I'm out. Then it goes down.
Because he was drunk like you.
Okay.
So zip your lip. I don't care what you say.
So
you are
do
a
you?
failure.
All right, this is going nowhere. Listen, Mr. Hubbard, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? What?
Hold on.
I'm trying to catch it. I'm trying to catch it, but you're not holding on.
I'm not asking no questions. So, do you feel? Do you believe in women intuition?
Of course.
So you believe in female intuition when your man is cheating, right?
Of course.
Okay. So why do you? So
what
why
does this
don't
have to do with anything?
Listen. I'm asking you this, and
Okay. All right. Well, I'd like to thank, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't need you to life coach me. I don't need you to life coach me. Thank you anyway, though. I don't respect you. I think you're a fucking fool. There's nothing I want to hear from your fucking mouth.
Okay. Hold up. Okay. At this time, I would like to wrap up. As we wrap up today's episode, let's take a moment for final thought. We've had a lively discussion with Mr. Cori Hubbard, and it's important to reflect on the potential outcomes of his role as a life coach in our society. So whether Mr. Cori Hubbard proves to be a beacon of guidance or a cautionary tale, today's discussion invites us to reflect on our perceptions and responsibilities. Let's strive to build a community that promotes genuine growth and challenges dishonesty. Together, we can shape a better future. I would like everybody to have a great night. Thank you for watching. This is the Gag-Order. And yeah, we in here. Thank Mr. Cori Hubbard. Thank Mr. Cori Hubbard. And you guys have a wonderful evening. We're out of here.
Blessings.